Hi, welcome back to Tarot Tuesday. I'm Michael, and this episode I want to look at the next pairing in what I'm calling an exploration into the lower and higher major arcana. This pair being the Magician and the Hanged Man, or in the case of this deck, the Hanged Dragon. Last week we looked at the Fool and Justice, and how a single reversal creates a parallel of intent, with the difference being primarily one is of pure action, the Fool, and the other is of pure intellect, Justice. One is taking action, and the other is examining the consequences of that action. This time I want to see what happens when we put the Magician and the Hanged Dragon together. With the Magician, it is a card, in my experience, of preparation. It's packing for your trip. It's realizing that you have all of the tools available. The tools are all there. And the difference is, for me, upright, they are within your grasp, they are available. You have them. You can succeed using what you have, your experience, your resources, your knowledge and wisdom. Whereas reversed, the Magician is warning of ill-preparedness. Either all of the tools are not there, or there is insufficient expertise in them, which means don't move forward just yet. Take a step back, pause, reset yourself. The Hanged Man, or the Hanged Dragon, has a very similar message in the both of them. Upright, it is a card of stillness. It's a breath. It's a waiting point. An almost reflective re-examination of circumstances and resources and one's capacity to utilize them. Whereas reversed, it is a card of, I would say, restlessness, but at its core, it's a card of stopping, versus the Magician, which is a card of starting. But again, in the single reversing of them, they share a same trajectory. They are both an eagerness to move forward or a need to pause. There's an upright reversed, which says, go forward. The difference between them being one is an encouragement and one is a warning. Whereas the other upright reversed, it's a card of waiting. Whereas with one, it's waiting voluntarily and waiting, but... Now, the other thing worth mentioning is in the cycle of the major arcana, when a card is upright, it is an indicator that one is ready to progress to the lesson of the next card, whereas reversed, it is an encouragement to return to the previous card, or some would say. And I do like that cyclical nature idea of it, so I think I'll hold on to that for a while, see what it does. In the case of the Fool and the Magician, remembering upright, you advance to the next card. The Fool is the leap of faith. It is go forth and succeed. With the Magician following to say, you have everything you need with which to do so. Whereas with Justice and the Hanged Dragon, Justice is the indicator that it's the reminder that one's actions have consequences. So, to follow with the Hanged Dragon, to me, it says stop and reflect on these consequences. And remembering the Hanged Dragon in particular is the last card before death, which is a transition into the next phase, but we'll get to that one next week. For now, it's enough to say that justice upright and reminding one that stock in one's thoughts and words needs to be taken leads to the Hanged Dragon, which is that exact moment of pausing and reflecting. And again, when a card is reversed, you revert back to the previous card. So the Magician reversed, leading backwards to the Fool, almost says, yes, take the leap of faith, but remember where you're leaping from. You might not have everything you need in order to succeed in this, so go back to your initial condition and start from there. Versus the Hanged Dragon and Justice. The Hanged Dragon reversed is a card of restlessness. You are not ready for the next phase. You can still continue, but remember what you're getting yourself into. So, when I look at the Magician and the Hanged Dragon together, and single reversed, to me, the pair of them both speak of continuing, of moving forward, of embracing the challenge and pushing on. But in this case, one is, again, a warning to not rush into it, take a breath, and steady yourself, reconnect with what you are, what you have, who you've been. And that is the lesson of the Magician. Remember what you have, who you are, where you've been. These are the things that can carry you, but there is no guarantee. So far, between these four, I am starting to see that inversion, that cycle, is continuing on its way around the major arcana, which I find very fascinating, because now I'm looking forward to what happens when the High Priestess meets death. So until then, see you next week.